Hello, everybody. My name is Will, and this is the first of what I call mini podcast episodes that I'm going to put here on YouTube just with some Minecraft kind of playthrough over top of it, and then you can listen to me talk. If you want to play on this server, which is owned by me, you can check the description for the details on the server, and I'll remind you at the end. I'm going to be building a little bridge today, so hopefully I can get that done before the time this video is over. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Will, and I make music. I've been producing music, like instrumentals and stuff, for about 3 years, but I only started recording myself and releasing music in about February of 2025. First song was like the 16th or the 18th of February. But for most of last year, which is 2025, I released music under an alias, which you can still find on my YouTube channel, the one that you're watching this on now. But I changed my name everywhere to just Will in September of 2025. The reason I decided to change my name is because using my real first name feels much more genuine to me, and I'm working hard to build my brand off of like authenticity and connection with an audience. Another reason is because, I just kind of felt like I was making big improvements on my music, so it felt right to kind of close that chapter and then open a new one. Since this video is all about myself and my story, I guess I'll take you back to the beginning. In April or May of 2023, me and my friends started a rap group. Yes, a rap group. I've never shared this online before. For my own sake, I'm not going to leak the name because we were pretty bad. But anyway, that all disbanded in the summer of 2024. We performed in front of my whole school at an assembly, which was fun. But more importantly, it did teach me a lot of things about recording in a studio and just gained me experience working with a professional producer. We released a lot of songs together, as well as a full-length album, and I was in the studio with, like I said, a real producer the entire time. I didn't know it then, but that actually taught me a lot about kind of what I'm doing now. After all that ended, I was kind of faced with a choice: pursue music on my own or treat it as, just a fun project that ended as quickly as it started. Obviously, I chose to go at it alone. So I did take a quick break, but then after that, I started uploading what I call producer content, videos of me reacting to old beats, sharing hacks for other producers, or just kind of breaking down the production of songs that I liked. It was fun, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do long term. The idea was to build a following before I started releasing songs, which in hindsight wasn't a great idea. It didn't feel like I was building toward anything meaningful, just kind of passing the time before I actually gained the courage to release music. But like I said at the beginning, in February of 2025, I released my first song titled "Am I the Bad Guy?" It was a bit of a dark pop, like David Kushner-inspired song. If you're familiar with my current music, it was very similar to my song Icarus. And like I said earlier, you can still find this song on my channel if you want to hear it. Just kind of go to my long-form videos and scroll all the way down. Anyway, I learned a lot in that period, and I think very fondly of summer 2025, even if I wasn't really seeing results then. It taught me so much about making content, making good music, and about myself as a worker. Now we can go ahead and fast forward to September. I was working on a song called Nothing Gold Can Stay, which, yes, is based off the poem from The Outsiders. I get that question a lot. Robert Frost is the guy who actually wrote that poem. And I was working on the song, and it honestly just felt different from everything I'd made up to that point. Like, this song was actually good. And it was much more meaningful and philosophical than everything else, which set it apart even farther. And then that's when I made the name change. Nothing Gold Can Stay was, and still is, extremely important to my music career thus far. It has about 2,700 streams at the time of recording, which is a crazy number when compared to the 50 streams it had a few months after releasing it. So I changed up some of my content on social media in early 2026, and then the song skyrocketed, at least in my terms. I'm so grateful for everybody who has been listening to this song. Then you compare that up with songs like Presence of a Dove, which has about 1,300, and I Was Wrong, which has over 3,500, which are the three that really define me as an artist right now. My personal favorite song that I've released so far is called Make Me Yours. Unfortunately, that one hasn't had the same success as the others, but I'm still proud of it, and I'm so glad that I made it. Now I guess I can kind of answer a few quick questions that my audience has asked me frequently to break up the video a little bit. Number one, why do I make music? And why is almost all of my music sad? So I believe that music is a very powerful way to express emotion for a lot of people. When times are tough for me, I love turning to a song that I feel I can relate to. Sad songs don't usually make people feel happy or, quote, better, but they make people feel seen, which is incredibly impactful for some people. When I release a song, I release it with the intention of making someone know that they aren't the only one in the world. If just one person hears it and thinks, wow, this sounds like me, then I've done my job right. Number two, do I intend to pursue music as a career? Yes, I 100% want to pursue this as a future long-term job. The main goal is to make a living from streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music, but honestly, I'd take anything that has to do with music. Something I'm going to start pursuing later once I have some money saved up is playlist curating, which means creating playlists on Spotify, which people can pay to have their music shared on. It's expensive to pay for all the ads once you're just starting out, but it eventually starts paying for itself when people start, submitting their songs. Another thing I wouldn't mind doing for a living is freelancing on websites like Fiverr, making custom songs for people's projects, video games, or just personal use, or, recording vocals for other artists. Number three, what do I think about AI? I think generative AI has no place in art. I mean, plain and simple. I know a lot of people that say they use it as a tool for creation, but having a computer make something that requires heart, soul, and emotion just feels wrong. Also, when you have an AI make parts of your music for you, how long does it take before it makes all of it for you? And just for a little bit of context, when I say generative AI, I mean apps like Suna or 11 Labs, which create vocals or even full songs from a prompt, or stuff like ChatGPT, which can write a whole story or create an image for you. Anyway, that's about it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around this whole time. Let me know in the comments if you have any further questions about things I did or did not mention in this video, as well as anything you'd like to see in future mini podcast episodes. Remember to check out the links in my description for my Spotify, Apple Music, my socials, and then also for my late night Spotify playlist. And also, like I mentioned at the beginning, the details to play on the server that I'm playing Minecraft on right now. Thanks again. I'm Will, and I'll see you next time.